Long before the rise of the Andal and Rhoynar kingdoms of Westeros, the first men populated the continent, having migrated west across the Arm of Dorne and warred with the Children of the Forest to claim the open lands. When the Peace of the Pact was declared, and hostilities between the races ceased, Westeros entered into the Age of Heroes, a period renowned for the epic adventures of mythological figures, who supposedly established many of the noble families that would come to rule the continent. One of the most storied heroes of this age was Garth Greenhand of the Reach, a man portrayed as a contemporary of other legendary figures, like Lan the Clever of the Westerlands, Bran the Builder of the North, the Grey King of the Iron Islands, and Durin Godsgrief of the Stormlands. However, other stories describe Garth Greenhand as a man who predated the other heroes of this age, with some claiming he was the High King of the First Men, who led the original migration west, settling their people in the south of the continent. This story, however, is disputed by the Northmen, especially those of House Dustin, who claim that it was their ancestor, the First King, who in fact led them into the continent and whose grave still remained in the Great Barrow of Barrowton. Others still claim Garth Greenhand was actually the first human to enter the western continent, and for a time lived and interacted with the Children of the Forest and the Giant race. Settling in the south, Greenhand taught the first men to plant crops and reap a harvest, known to give gifts of seed to the people and scatter them wherever he walked. He may even have attempted to teach the elder races of the continent to work the land, but was unsuccessful as the giants attacked him and the children mocked his efforts. Dark and more sinister stories state the legendary hero of the Reach made the land fertile through blood sacrifice, while others claim he was a god who died every autumn and was reborn in the spring. Garth Greenhand not only brought fertility to the land, but also to women young and old, with nobles and small folk offering him their virgin daughters, who then gave birth to valiant and beautiful children. Young girls were said to ripen in his presence, and those under his blessing often gave birth to twins or triplets, all healthy and strong. As a result, Garth Greenhand was known to have fathered a great many children, some of whom went on to found great noble houses such as the Redwynes, Florents, Hightowers, Fossaways, Tyrells, Oakharts, and Rowans, as well as the Gardeners of Highgarden, who ruled as kings of the Reach for thousands of years, sat upon the Oaken Seat, a throne carved from a tree planted by their legendary ancestor. According to some tales in the south, even House Stark was founded by a descendant of Garth Greenhand, as his son Brandon of the Bloody Blade may have traveled north and fathered Bran the Builder, who later became the first King of Winter. Legends in the Reach also claim Lan the Clever, founder of House Lannister, was a descendant of Garth, said to be his bastard grandson through Floris the Fox or Rowan Goldtree. Yet within the Westerlands, the story is told differently, believing that Lan merely posed as one of Greenhand's grandsons in order to make off with part of the family's inheritance. Yet while many of these stories make grand claims about this ancient figure, the Maesters of Westeros have proven skeptical, believing that Garth Greenhand was likely a simple war chief or petty king who may have led the first wave of men across the Arm of Dorne.